Right, hello. Welcome to BXLBM podcast. We're running the Tumblr at the moment, and this is our first podcast that we're doing. It's only going to be a short one because both me and Vicky are absolutely exhausted. We've got 5 minutes till the latest Pinterest goes up. We're expecting a lot of DC.
Yes.
There's a tartan and something purple. I was hoping for purple tartan, but you're thinking it's green, aren't you?
Well, there was the picture said it was green tartan, so I'm presuming usually when they do that first little sneak peek that it's going to be that.
Yeah, well,
so
I'm looking at it now, and
it's going to be toasties.
Yeah, it's green tartan legs by the look of it, or toasties. But
Yeah.
I don't. Have they done green tartan legs before? Because in my head they've done it.
Shall I Google it?
God. So it doesn't seem that new or sort of interesting to me.
I know they did a dress.
Yeah. They did the dress. That was around Christmas time. I remember their podcast. I think it was around the Dino release.
They did do like.
And when they doing the Dino competition, one of the girls was wearing like a green tartan dress, and it was like, oh my god, I want that. And I really liked that. But when it actually went live, the colours didn't look as fabulous as I was expecting.
Yeah, but they rarely do, let's be honest. A lot of the time you see it, you think, oh yes, that's not that nice, or you think, oh my god, that's so lovely, you get it, and you're either really surprised and love it a lot more, or it's a bit disheartening. I remember getting my plum bats, and I went absolutely crazy for them. I paid like over RRP, got them, and I was a bit like, not that fond of the purple compared to it.
The Bloodwing crop that came out last week. Now, since they've moved all the photography out of the studio and like onto the street, on the street photos, it looks pink. It looks just really gorgeous.
Yes, it does.
Pink, and it looks absolutely lovely. But on the podcast, TJ is wearing it, and it's red. It is actually blood red, like the name.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, if you're doing photography on the street, at least color correct the images. Even if it washes out the model or something, you can select the skin and change it or whatever later. But I mean,
yeah. Well, they're not exactly never photoshopping the models. Let's be honest, are they?
I think they photoshop them a bit, but I mean, you at least color correct it. So I mean, you've got a picture of a pink crop when the actual color is red. At least show us the correct color of the item that we're wearing. And I actually posted on the page, I think 2 weeks ago, when the Olympus dress came out. The reversible and the scoop are actually slightly different colors. So I
remember seeing that thing. You compared it, didn't you?
Yeah, and I was like, well, which one is it? Because actually, I actually prefer the one. I know it's only like a slight difference, but it's, as I said, at least color correct it properly, so that we can see.
I think the fact that you can just message them though on like social media and say, look, what colour is it? It does help. And the fact that they do their own like little videos and stuff, it does help, but it adds confusion at the same time.
As I said, like when I posted about it, I posted on my wall and I said, look, the reason I'm not emailing customer service is so that other people can see this and other people will know.
Yeah.
And then I had one of the Sharky, she runs one of the Facebook groups, and she tagged a bunch of girls, said, see, this is why it should be in the studio. And like the pencil legs that come out last week. Now I got the pencil skirt. Yeah. If you compare them, and I actually did this, the legs and the skirt. Now we always expect legs to be really bright, vibrant colours, but when you put them next to the skirt,
because it's that sublimination or whatever.
And they're actually quite washed out, and it really put me off. And I thought, right, well, and like the skirt is fleece lined, so I thought that'd be paler like toasties, but it actually wasn't. It was a bit confusing. We've got about 10 seconds.
Ooh. I get so excited even when I'm absolutely skint. I'm like, what is it? I'm not there like, I don't know, I get excited, can't afford anything.
Right, come on, refresh. And it's still not showing. Like 2 weeks ago.
Sometimes it's like just
before. I was just refreshing the Pinterest page and nothing was coming up. I had to go on their Facebook page to get the link, and then it was showing up.
Yeah, that's what
I was refreshing the page. It should be there.
Yeah, well, I had to, like, I was going, it's not refreshing, I can't say anything, and they were all going, oh my god, I'm so excited for this one. I can't say
It's still not showing for me, and I've just gone on their Facebook and refreshed their Facebook, and they've not been linked, so maybe it's delayed, I don't know. And we do know that this does sometimes happen, but it's normally with releases. not so much with Pinterest.
Yeah. Oh, it's there.
It's still not showing for me.
It is for me. Oh, okay. I'll wait for you before I actually say anything. Oh,
come on.
Okay.
There we go. God, it took their time.
Yay!
Oh, I'm a minute late. Oh, shame on you, Blackmail. Right, let's have a look. Ooh, a Hogwarts touchdown. Right, a lot of people have been waiting for that.
Yeah. I'm surprised, actually. I didn't expect that one.
2 very similar Batman touchdowns. What, is there a point in having 2 of them are that similar?
Well, one's Joker and one's Batman, isn't it? So.
Superman, wasn't expecting that. The Harley shooter, God knows how long we've been waiting for that. That was out last Supernova.
That's not big. Yeah, that was like last time, and like I fell in love with it. I almost bought it off the US side, but I kept pushing it off and pushing it off. I'm glad I did.
I've seen it in real life. I've seen Sharky wear it at Camp Sharky Con, and it's absolutely gorgeous in real life. Hype him off. I think we're a bit too out there for me.
Okay. The stuff I like isn't limited. Hallelujah.
Oh, the only thing I want is a plum bath, and it's 24-hour, which means it's going to go limited after those 24 hours, which is really
annoying. Funny how I've just mentioned plum baths, and that came up, so I'm quite happy that I don't actually like it.
See, no, I was looking a while ago on, Poprageous. Obviously the competition and stuff. They've got a very similar one, and they've got it in purple, and they've got it in multicoloured. It's called, and it's a very similar design.
Oh, okay.
I'll pop it up on screen when the podcast comes up. It's called like a meow one or something, and it's lots of swirls like that, and there's apparently like hidden cats in it, which I don't like. But I mean, they have got that purple colour and the multicoloured one, and I actually like the multicoloured one. It's like a rainbow. I'll see if I can find it now for you to send you. Of course, this will already be up on the screen for the podcast. But yeah, I'm trying to decide which I like more, because I did like the multicoloured, but I don't think BM are going to do a rainbow one.
No, I like the Bloodbaths ones.
Yeah.
From whenever that was. But this one I really liked, but when I seen it, I just wasn't that much of a fan.
I'm not too impressed with this release, I'll be honest. It's a lot of touchdowns and shooters, and if you're not into that, then...
But the thing is, a lot of people are into those, and with them being so much money,
they're all limited as well, aren't they?
I thought they'd have been staggered
a bit.
Limited,
I think.
Well, the Batman ones, that's worldwide only. I don't know whether that means it's limited or whether it will get restocked. It just means it's not in US. I think they are all non-limited.
Yeah. Other than Hogwarts, Batman, Killing Joke, Harley Quinn, they are not limited, but the Superman one is
limited.
Superman is limited.
Yeah.
So is the Harley Quinn shooter.
Harley Quinn shooter, and so is the Bane shooter.
I don't see why the Harley Quinn shooter is limited when we've been made to wait so long for it.
Yeah, that was the one I thought would be, like, all the time. I was like, oh, well, that's going to be, because it's been sat on the US side for God knows how long.
It was...
But the fact that it's limited...
That's going to irritate a lot of people, I think.
But if you've been waiting that long, I suppose they probably don't... Well, I don't know. I do know... I think a lot of people are going to be like, they've been waiting that long, and now they don't have chance.
Yeah, I know there's a man, Sharky, who wants, like, all of the touchdowns. And with the fact with a few of them being limited, I know that's probably going to irritate him.
Yeah, so that's like Hogwarts, that one isn't. Bane, what are it's the Harley Superman,
Quinn, shooter, Superman. They're all limited, so it's
so it's the 2 shooters and the Superman touchdown that's limited. Yeah.
Tell you what we haven't
I'm getting
up on yet is the new playsuit cut.
Yeah, I don't like the straps.
I love strap dresses, but I'm an XL girl. I've got XL shoulders. I mean, it's like, everybody knows the cliche, but it's like string.
Even I've got such a long torso that would just be a washout on me. I'd have to size up to XL.
That's the thing with me. There's no option to size up.
And then it'd be just so... It would just be really baggy around, like, my hips and my boobs, unfortunately. And then the straps would be all over. I'd end up having to take them down and probably end up taking them in a bit just to give me a little bit of a waste, and it's just not worth it.
Yeah.
So I always wait for the shorties, like, because if they were in shorties, I'd have gone, yeah, I really like them.
I think it'd be nice in shorties or maybe in a crop, but I think it's too much for a big print like that.
Yeah.
Funny.
I don't know about those Hypermoth leggings.
I was about to touch on this. Why are they not limited and the Harley shooter is?
Yeah, I don't know. I know that there've been moths about on the page about being sneaked a while ago. Well, they're just literally drawn moths. So that was meant to be coming up.
I've got to be honest.
It reminds me of Bugs on Acid.
Yeah, the colours are quite garish in my opinion.
Well, I didn't like Bugs on Acid, and then I seen it on other people and liked it, but then I changed my mind and decided not to get it.
Oh, I've just had a bunch of Sharkies near me like, what do you think? What do you think? And I'm like, yeah, I've been doing a podcast on it now, sorry. Yeah, that man Sharky just mailed me, oh my god, I'm so screwed. His fine touchdown. Yeah, only one touchdown is limited though. So I'm just letting you know.
One touchdown, 2 shooters. So I'm going to get the bin shooter, I think.
I want the Harley shooter, but I can't afford the dress and the shooter. And I don't like them enough to get both. I do like the shooter, but not enough to make myself bankrupt, maybe. I don't know. I'm still trying to find that Potrageous dress. Because my internet's so slow because I've got like 15 odd tabs open.
I'm on my iPad at the same time, so I'm not really...
Oh, I can't even find it now. Although I am scrolling through it and I can see some of their new stuff and none of that's grabbed me. I don't have anything from Potrageous.
I do.
Well, how do you find the fit? Because I know that a lot of people are like, oh, what's the fit like compared?
I find it slightly more generous than black milk. But not...
Well, I
find them...
That's the opposite from what
I find the actual fabric... I find the waistband a slight bit tighter, but the actual fabric a little bit looser.
It's a bit thinner, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely thinner.
Does that affect sheerness?
You feel it stretch a lot more. I haven't found it too, but I don't know whether that is because it's slightly more generous. I've not got wrinkles in it.
Yeah.
But it definitely feels not stretchier because it is stretchier. Oh God, this doesn't even make sense. But stretchier because it doesn't feel as tall as black milk's fabric. I don't know if that makes sense. But I still like them. But I feel that for this, I think black milk's cheaper, isn't it?
Yeah, they are based in different countries. I mean, Potrageous is LA. Well, so of course it also goes on conversion rate, but from my understanding, the company mark it down so girls don't get customs. So it is more expensive.
Yeah,
and there's a few sort of like
shipping's quite expensive too.
Oh, isn't it one of the discount codes and you get like free shipping and 20% off? I think it's Pop Rage Forever or something like that.
Yeah, I think it comes around every so often. Oh, I don't know. I didn't use it when I got mine. That's all I know.
I found a link for the dress. My page doesn't want to show me the dress, but I have a link for it. If I can try and send it you. My laptop's sort of struggling to handle like 5 things at once at the moment.
Yeah. I had this horrible feeling, this horrible sinking feeling that the Tatsu stuff was going to come out this week as well. I was like, I just, when you just think, watch, it's going to be all the touchdowns and the shooters that I want, and then they're going to bring Tatsu kimono, Tatsu shois as well, and I was like, please don't. But thankfully they haven't. That's probably next week when I'm also skinned.
Yeah, I finished my job tomorrow, so I'm not going to be able to afford any more BM, which is terrible.
Yeah. But when I go back to uni, I'm going to be on like 1 a term and be like, oh,
I can't wait. That's what I'm looking forward to now, is my loan the next year, and I'm like, fuck, I can afford it again. Now let's try and hack down everything that came out over the summer, which is going to be like 50 odd products, considering they're now doing these weekly release. I sent you the purple one, so you can so we can try and compare against the plum bath.
Oh, yeah, I do recognise it. Yeah, it has a look of Plumbus, doesn't it?
It's very, very similar.
It looks more vibrant, though.
I mean, I've seen, like...
More like a contrast.
Yeah, when I think I've seen Plumbus in real life once, and even on the website, they don't pop as much as the originals.
No, that's what I thought.
They're really nice, but you could easily
just
glance at someone and not even realise it was a pattern on those leggings.
Yeah. I found Plumbus went a bit sheer on my butt.
Do they?
On me, I've never heard anybody else say that, but I found because it is so dark, that when it's stretched, it looked a bit sheer.
I mean, mine...
I've only tried them on, but...
Mine, I don't think I've had a problem with sheerness, but obviously... I noticed it quite clearly with, like, my little fingers because they're black, and you'll notice at the bottom that they're very black. I mean, as it goes up my thigh, they're more like grey.
That's
so they're not going sheer. You can't see through them, but you can obviously see that they're stretching. Which is a little bit annoying. I mean. But at the same time, it's to be expected.
But it doesn't happen with any of my other ones. I think that's why I got such a shock. Yeah. But I've forgotten my password for Instagram, which is always a treat. I'm just going to use it on my iPad because it's always logged on.
I think... what do you think of this Superman touchdown?
I don't like it. It's too much.
Well, to me it looks a bit too much plain compared to like the Dark Knight and the Joker one, where there's lots of squares, and like even the Harley Quinn one, there's lots of diamonds and stuff. To this one, it's just like a black top and black sleeves.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the blue.
It looks like blue. It looks like a blue.
Not
galaxy
a nice blue. Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, I don't like how he looks on the back. So those neck muscles.
No, I think that was the thing. It was just like...
It almost looks too different from the arm of Superman on the front. It's just... I'm not liking...
Oh, there's no hashtags found. No hashtags found. Fine. For the Popperageous OG Purple Trip and Meow, whatever it was. But yeah, I just found that blue a little bit...
Yeah. Ugh. Now we can finally get a proper look at the Bane shooter as well, because now we can try to see what those little grey bits are. Somebody said they're faces of other Batman villains. I don't know.
Okay.
I still can't really make it out. I think there are lots of mini Banes. I think. Mini Banes. I think.
Oh my god.
It's really difficult to make it out. The images are sharp as I'd like it to be.
Yeah, it looks like his face repeated.
Sure, I think I can see his arms and legs in one of the bits. Oh, I'm not too sure.
Yeah, it looks like him in a certain position repeated, or in different positions. I don't know. I don't.
Different fighting positions or something. I don't. Yeah. You can't read it very clearly. You can't read that Bane on the back.
No, I would have thought it would have been outlined or something.
Like the 93 maybe, but I mean, like the Black Milk logo is outlined. It's with white, but why couldn't they outline the white writing with black so it's a bit clearer?
The more I'm looking at this shooter, the more I'm actually not liking it. I don't know why. I don't know whether it's...
I mean, just that not being able to read Bane alone is putting me off.
Yeah, I don't know. It's the character look as well's putting me off a bit.
And I know that they're trying to stick true to is about him. Like the comics, but
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, but Harley Quinn looks awesome.
See, like, I much prefer the old shooter, which is just, well, I say old considering it's about to come out. I prefer the shooter to the touchdown. I'm not liking how Harley looks in the touchdown.
I just like the layout of it. I like the little Batman doll on the floor.
I like that.
I don't know.
Are you noticing with all of the characters, all their muscles are like
very muscular legs?
But like on all of them, all the muscles are like super defined. Like I said, on the Superman one, he's got a really muscly neck for some reason. Bane obviously is, that has to do with his character more than anything, but.
I don't like Superman on the back of the t-shirt.
No.
I can deal with the front. The front looks really good, but the back just.
I said it's his neck to sort of like absorb into one.
Like, yeah, it's his neck. He's got like a roid.
It just doesn't look right.
Yeah, but I don't know what it is with the shooter now, the Harley Quinn one, that I've gone off. I don't know whether it's just because I've seen like a year, or I don't know what it is. I love her character. I love the way it's laid out. Yeah, but it's like it's a mesh material, isn't it? And I don't feel kind of lost in it. She's not very big, is she? Well, look at Harley Quinn on the touchdown, and then just see her on the shooter. She's
but I've seen this shoot in real life, and it doesn't look as sharp as I remember it.
Okay.
But, I mean, like, I can't read that text on the bomb. I can read Gotham, but I can't read the whatever's under it.
On which one, sorry?
The shooter. Where she stood in a bomb, and it's got Gotham something, but I can't read that.
Oh, okay. Let me try and zoom in.
I just can't read that at all.
Oh my god, why isn't it present? Yeah, no idea.
I mean, if you're printing on what is essentially a holy fabric, why make detail small?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. I feel like she should be bigger.
Yeah, I mean, I can't make out her face. She sort of, her eyes and stuff are going to get lost in the dots there.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like she's a bit lost on the actual
design.
Top. And I feel a bit like it's on the back with it being exactly the same is a bit unimaginative. Yeah. They usually have something different. Like, well, I know on Bane, they've just stuck a name on.
Actually, we're so distracted by the front. So let's have a look what's on the back of that. And yeah, the same image again. On the back, it's just got 92 of it, which it doesn't quite look like a 9. The tail's not quite long enough.
Yeah, I'm born in 92. That means that, like, obviously made for me. I must buy it.
I wonder if there's like an actual significant, blah blah blah, meaning. Yeah.
Significance.
I can't think. Like behind the actual numbers themselves.
Well, there usually is.
I think there was once or twice, but since they started doing more and more, and they've all got numbers on them, I think they sort of stopped explaining.
She first appeared on Batman the Animated Series in September 1992. I was born September 1992. So it was made to be.
Let's see, what haven't we looked at?
Yeah, and that it's her face as well in it. It's pretty much the same as on the touchdown. You know, the like black and red cat suit.
That's and the classic Harley outfit, isn't it?
Yeah, the classic Harley. She's from that.
Right.
I'm presuming that's what the 92 was then.
Right, so it's wrong, right. What haven't we looked at yet? We haven't looked at Hogwarts yet. She got that on the middle touch on Tartan Legs.
Yeah. Okay, we'll start with Hogwarts then.
Touchdown. Because I know a lot of people have been waiting for this quite long. But was it meant to come out on a touchdown or a shooter originally? I have a funny feeling it was
It's been out in a shooter originally.
I'm a bit thrown by it being yellow.
Yeah,
it's from. I would have thought red. I know sort of red is most linked to Gryffindor, but isn't it sort of the main color of Hogwarts anyway? It's what you think of. I know that yellow is a second. So like the crest is always yellow.
I don't know. I think it's meant to be probably meant to be more of a goldy yellow, but it looks just yellow.
So like you can see it's gold on the crest, and I like that. But all these zebra lines didn't need to be yellow. I think they could have been red.
Yeah, I don't know whether gold on the crest and then red would have looked too distracting, and that's probably why they've gone for yellow, because it does blend nicer.
Isn't Hufflepuff meant to be yellow? Because they're grey.
Yeah, I thought that.
And I don't like that. It just looks like they've forgotten to colour it in. I know that it would be yellow next to a yellow crest. Well,
that's Ravenclaw, isn't it? That's grey.
Ravenclaw is sort of blue and grey in the books, I believe.
Yeah, I'm saying it looks grey on the
it doesn't pop out
thing.
Blue.
The hang on. I feel like I've let down.
I feel like on the front,
my Harry Potter knowledge. Yeah, Hufflepuff, the badger, that's usually yellow. They put it blue.
Yeah, that's it. Oh,
and then
they
put Ravenclaw. It's like a silvery, icky colour. But Slytherin doesn't look green either.
No.
So maybe it's that pesky lighting
again. They're working with sunlight. And I feel like the crest on the front could have been bigger as it is on the back. It looks slightly bigger on the back than it is on the front, and I don't know why they haven't done that. Yeah. Because you've just got all that dead space underneath the crest.
Yeah, well, that's what, like the Harley, yeah.
It's a lot of wasted space.
I don't know, I feel like, I don't know, I would have appreciated more the houses as touchdowns, because, I don't know, generic Hogwarts, it comes out on a lot. You can buy that from Primark and New Look and that sort of thing.
Yeah,
but Slytherin, Gryffindor, you don't really get that much. You can, but they don't look as nice.
I think Primark are actually becoming a bit of a competition for BM in the UK, because they do a lot of Disney, they do a lot of Harry Potter. And they're like, especially like when the Disney release came out, obviously, if there was nothing,
there was a lot of similarities.
It was all classic Disney. There wasn't any twisted bits on it. So there wasn't any twists on it. And
but considering I love Disney so much, but I've not bought anything from the Disney release, because either of them it's just never,
nothing from that has jumped out at me,
struck me.
I feel it is a bit too sort of childish for my wants, personally.
Yeah, it either went too childish or just something like I don't know, Winnie the Pooh. Yeah,
I liked 100
like more of like a cult, kind of,
but not enough to sort of get it.
Yeah. It's more of like a cult, but I think people wanted more of more Bambis, more the princesses.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of people think of. My favourite is probably Dumbo, and I've got most of my son's stuff is Dumbo if I could make it Dumbo. But the swim just threw me, and I remember being so excited and thinking, well, it doesn't look like Bubbles, it looks like...
Do you know what? I didn't even realise that was in a Disney release. It's all Bubbles.
Yeah.
I didn't even realise that.
But yeah, there was a few things that I was just... Anyway, I'm divulging.
Oh, I don't know. Is there anything we've not looked at yet? My laptop's deciding to freeze at the moment.
I don't know. We've done Hogwarts. We haven't really covered the Killing Joke, I suppose. Killing Joke, I know I wouldn't get anyway because it's so similar to the bomber.
I want to get the bomber, so...
Yeah, well, I've got a dupe one and I find that absolutely perfect.
Yeah, I am tempted to get a dupe one. I don't know any dupes at the moment, but I have seen the bombers in real life, and I was expecting sort of them to be thicker, but they're as thin as the legs.
Yeah.
And you're paying 60
odd quid. Yeah, I know. Well, that's the point. My dupe one isn't perfect by any means, the writing's reflected and stuff like that, but to be honest, it's not that bad for the £10 I paid for it. It does the job.
I am tempted, but then it's so difficult to get dupes that will fit me, because of course quite a lot of it comes from Asia and China and stuff, and of course they use Chinese sizes, which is size 0 everything, and it's difficult getting it from a reliable place that will fit.
No idea what happened then.
Right, sorry about that. Our connection somehow failed. I'm not sure whose end that was.
No.
I don't know about that. I am hoping this is still recording now. It is not sort of popped and told me, but I'm going to close on my other links I have, I think, see if that will help at all. Right, I can't even remember what we were on about, so...
I know,
dupes and stuff.
Yeah, that's it. That we were saying. I was saying that I wouldn't get the Killing Joke touchdown because it looks too much like the bomber. Yeah, so.
Well, I want to get the bomber and the Harley Quinn dress, so I can wear them together. I mean, I want to wear it to Comic-Con as well, and with the jacket, sort of have it as as if you're sort of like wearing your boyfriend's jacket type thing.
Yeah.
Type of a feel to it. So that's, I mean, I can't really do that with a touchdown because you wouldn't get that. You wouldn't be able to see the Harley dress as such, and you wouldn't get that same feel. I can't exactly cosplay as Harley if I'm wearing a touchdown. It wouldn't really work.
No.
Yeah, I mean, for those who don't have the jacket and would like it, I can see it going
or even
well.
who don't want the jacket really, but like the general look of it.
Yeah, I mean, I want the jacket, but I want plain sleeves. I want like cotton sleeves.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want wet look, and I don't want them printed. But yeah, the touchdown is nice. It's just not grabbing me as much. I'm not liking the top bit, whereas all those sort of like a collage of pictures, it's just looking too busy for me.
Yeah.
I'd rather them be toned down a little bit, or maybe a bit less saturated or something.
Yeah.
Oh, was that not working? I'm just trying to like copy all my links to my desktop so I don't lose them. My link notes are all down individually, which is a bit annoying. But I think it's working. Right, yes, and yeah, you were right. It's a green tartan legs, which, as you can tell, we've only just now touched on them, so they're not really interested in us.
Yeah, they're bringing toasties back around, I think, just because of the weather, but tartan green.
They're bringing toasties back around because it's currently winter over in Australia.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I think they're wanting sort of stuff to bring up just for their season.
Yeah.
So I think it's sort of it's the tie-in with Australia weather more than anything.
Yeah.
And some girls have said that they wanted more toasties, but I think that sort of fad's gone a bit now.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, if it was a pair of like I was surprised that the pink bras went toasties just to kind of mix it up a little bit.
I know that threw me a bit. A sort of bright pink toasties like that, it sort of really threw me.
But the fact that they were just leggings again, I was just like,
yeah,
not really.
I mean, why don't we do them in like a skate skirt or something?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm surprised the pink one isn't a skate skirt because it's so much like the IOD.
Yeah.
But obviously I've got the blue ones, the mint ones, the black ones, and I was going to get the pink ones, and I was like, they're just too much. Like, it's just, if it had been like bright. A two-tone or...
They're very, very bright.
Yeah, it's like, I was literally arguing with myself. I was like, but it'll finish the collection. Yeah, but I don't really like them.
Yeah, that's what irritates me with stuff, is that people start these, I've got a mini Galaxy collection. And I think, okay, that's nice, but it's not for me. But like, now I've got the Cathedral IOD, and now I want everything.
Yeah.
I like, even bits that won't suit me, I want them.
Yeah, exactly.
Sort of, it puts that mentality. Once one girl says, I got a mini Galaxy collection or something, it puts it in your mind, that's something that other people that's something people do. I must have one now. Nothing against girls who have them. I think they're great.
Well, I've got all the sketches, so I'm quite happy with that. I'm just going to stick with that.
I've never been a fan of sketches.
Yeah, well, I never noticed them, and then I seen the Merman ones, and I was like, do I like them? And then I found the other two, and I was like, oh my God, I must have them. It's just, I love the fact that I can wear them, and find something new every time I see them.
Yeah.
Like, there's just something there. Like, I think it was the Bitterman ones that were saying, like, Sharky's Forever just on the ankle, and I was like, it's just those little touches that I like. They're nothing... Yeah.
I got my Littlefinger legs when I first started watching Game of Thrones. I pretty much started watching Game of Thrones just so I could get my Westeros dress, because I didn't want to have it without like seeing it.
I haven't seen it, but I still want everything.
Yeah, but like, so I got the legs, but I was only on like season 1, and of course they got all like quotes from all the books.
Yeah.
And, like from the later seasons. So every time I'd be putting them on, I'd be trying to not read them. Which is really hard when you're trying to put them on and you have to look at the words. Like, I can't look, and people are like, oh, they're nice leggings, and I just sort of look at the sky yeah, they are fine. Yeah, so really awkwardly.
But yeah, the sketches, they're they're not my favourite by any means. I just think they're quirky. They're just a little bit different. Yeah. So I just tend to put them with like plain black top, something like that. But
yeah, I don't think you could have a pattern top them.
No.
That's what I'm linking like the Hypermoth legs to, is sort of that same sort of out there, lots of crazy things on my legs type thing.
It's like I used to always have like plain black leggings and jazzy top, and then I got into black milk and I was like, oh my god, I've got to change everything.
I dress so boring.
I was like, jazzy tops. No, jazzy tops do not. Quarter now. So now I've just got like black, white, pink, blue, just plain. I was like, yeah, but I've got snazzy legs. So
it really sort of irritated me. Was it last week that the One Big Top came back out?
Yeah.
The drape top, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It really irritated me. I watched the podcast and they just said it's back, and that was it.
Yeah.
And I thought that's great for those sort of people who've been fans for years, but for new people.
That's not back.
That's not explaining anything, and of course it's going to be down on the site so that they can restock it, so you can't even read anything on the website. And like, you've just given us no information on an item.
Yeah, well, there was one Shaggy, wasn't there, who paid quite a lot for one, and it's just been stocked, so obviously she was pretty upset about it. But I think that kind of comes with it, but I'd still be upset. Like, I paid about triple RRP for my blue breads, and then the mint ones came out, and I was like, oh.
I only like the originals, but I have got an IOD over in America at the moment for me. I've just paid it off, and for some reason I thought I was paying £130.
Yeah.
Because for some reason I read it as 200 USD, and it worked out around 130 at the time. I thought, oh, that's not too bad. It's only a little bit more than RRP. For some reason, I don't know how, I read it as $200. It's not. It's $250. So I paid £170.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's been on hold for me for like a month now. And from like last payday to this payday, I can't back out of it now.
The only one I'd pay more than RRP for would be Bone Machine and Blue Galaxy.
See, look, I like the Bone Machine, but I don't like Blue Galaxy.
Yeah, that's my problem with a lot of them. Like, I had...
Yeah, like, I recently got the Koi one, which actually got less for RMP, I was quite chuffed about. I've got it in front of me now. But I don't like the blue tartan.
Yeah.
It's too light for me, and blue is my favourite colour, and I do love this colour, but I don't like it in tartan.
It's I used to have the Hummingbird Brer Rabbit one, and I just wore the Hummingbird side. I just didn't like the way that the Brer Rabbit was.
If that Brer Rabbit was orange or yellow, maybe not yellow. If it was orange or something else. Maybe even it was like hot pink or red or something. I would have got it.
Too like meh.
What was the original? It was dark blue, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, even that. I mean, it would have been really obvious to you. But even that, I would have got it.
It was because it was pink. It wasn't white. It was pink and like a peachy colour.
Yeah, it was pink on pink.
Yeah, and it was
just it's too much.
But the Hummingbird side I loved. But the fact that I didn't like the Brer Rabbit was the reason I sold it.
Yeah. So my first IOD was actually my first time ninja-ing, and that was in a museum sale.
Ooh.
So I was really chuffing myself. I managed to ninja the first time in a museum sale and on an IOD, and it was the cathedral.
Oh, okay, yeah, I like that one.
I actually had a guy over for a date, and we were watching a film, I think, a guy we've seen a few times, and I had the film up almost full screen, and then I have a countdown timer on like a sliver on the side of the screen. Yeah. and like when it comes to like a minute and a half, I was like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to pause this and focus.
really sorry, but you know.
Yeah, he just sat there like texting on his phone, and I got it, and I went back to the page. And I had literally been less than a minute. I was like, see, sold out. I got one. I was like, whoa. I was like, yeah.
My first proper ninja.
Now back to Guardians of the Galaxy. Like,
my first proper ninja, one where I thought I might have to ninja, but it turns out it wasn't as popular as it was. But for the first one where I had to actually be on the ball was the ballet skirt. got it in, out, got it straight away.
That was quite popular.
Yeah,
which considering sort of the ballet set is a little bit high street, kind of. I wasn't expecting that set to be so popular.
Yeah, I don't know, there was just something about it that I really liked, and I don't wear pink, and I've worn it once for about an hour, but I just loved it so much. I just knew I had to have that skirt.
Yeah. I mean, I've got some pieces that I actually bought last year and I've not worn them yet, but I'm alright. But there's some people, there's some Sharkies who say, it doesn't get enough love off me, so I'm going to sell it. And I'm like, I don't care if I don't wear it. It looks pretty.
Yeah.
I've got my Amethyst versus Aurora. It's actually on a hanger on the outside of my wardrobe, I can see. And so it's always hanging in my room.
Yeah.
But now that is tighter than my other inside-out dresses. People say that the template hasn't changed between that and Cathedral, but it obviously has because this is shorter on me and it's tighter. I can't wear it because it clings so much and it shows, but it looks really pretty hanging in my room. And so for that, I will never sell it because it's like having a piece of artwork on my wall, and it just looks so nice.
Well, because all the pieces are so beautiful, I had to get beautiful hangers, and now for the first time ever, all of my black milk is hung up. I don't even know how many pieces I've got. 6 on is all hung up, and I was like, I just feel happy. And I've got, it goes skirts, dresses, and then all the leggings, because that seems to be just all I buy. And I was just like, that's wonderful there.
In my new student house, I've got an attic room which is lovely. And at the moment I've got no storage in my room, which is really rubbish. There is a wardrobe, but it wasn't even in my room when I moved in. It was in another room, and I begged my landlord to bring it in. There was literally a bed and a bookcase, and that was it. That's all there is now. I mean, it's a tiny box room. But next year I'm in this huge attic room, which I love, and there's 2 chest of drawers and a wardrobe. So I thought, right, the wardrobe is just for black milk.
Yeah.
I gotta get a BM sticker, stick it on the front.
Oh my god, I can't wait to have a wardrobe.
Lock it up.
I can just do that. Just stick the stickers all over it and just that's it, don't touch it.
I just want to keep it just for black milk.
Yeah.
It's a bit narrow, but I mean, black milk's so thin, it's not going to take much room anyway. But then there's 2 other chest of drawers, they can be for clothes, and maybe the top drawer can be for leggings or whatever.
Yeah.
Because trying to hang up leggings, that's something like that.
Oh, I've got 63 pieces with me. I've got 6 that are friends, 5 on the way to me, and then 11 from the sample sale. Oh my god, I've got too
11!
Much.
Wow.
Yeah.
Please tell me you got them for sample sale price.
Oh yeah, sample sale price.
Oh
yeah.
You haven't been bidding or anything.
Only on one, which I haven't counted in the sample sale stuff. It was the ballet bodysuit.
The silver. Is that the silver light one?
Yeah, Starlight or whatever. Yeah, that one. That was the only one.
Like you tagged me, and I've already seen this months ago, and you tagged me I want it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I got it, and I got it. Well, it was a sample piece, obviously. I even contacted Black Milk over it. I was like, look, I've seen this piece. I've seen it ages ago. I've wanted it for ages. It's came up in my size. It's going to release it, because if not, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to get it.
They're not.
And they said, it was meant to be in our holidays release, so if you want it, get it. So I was like, right.
Yeah.
And I swooped in that second, put a bid on it, got it, and I was like,
yes! Yeah! So, that's what I like about Black Milk, so we can be really pretty, isn't it? When it comes to bidding or something, we turn into men.
I don't care. It's just
we get all the grunts, and I think our voice deepens.
I was like,
we get really angry.
And, I had a limit in my head. I must admit, I was like, look, I'm prepared to pay 120 Australian dollars for this. I was like, because I've wanted it for that long.
Yeah, so
I was like, if it goes more than that, it doesn't matter. I'm not having it. And it was sat at 80, I think, and I just went 90, and nobody commented, and I was like, ah! So I got that, but I bought another sample off at sample price, which was the same Vitus dress, whatever, the play dress.
Which play dress?
Is it St. Vitus?
Oh, but the new the new cathedral. So I really liked that, but I do have a play dress which I need to do a post about, because that's what girls have asked for. And I got a Bowerbird one, and I had to get it just because I loved the
that
print.
Would be so pretty on a kimono. I was thinking this last night, and I actually woke up and I was about to talk to you about it, but I was like, no, go back to sleep.
I really want it on a skate dress.
It's such a beautiful print, but yeah, I seen it. She had it for XL on a play dress, and I was like, right, I don't even have a play dress. I need a play dress for this, obviously. Like, that was my reason. We are sticking with this, and I thought, well, if I don't like it, I'll be able to sell it on for that price. So I've got it. So when I get it, at least I'll be able to for this. Obviously, the only reason I got it, which isn't, was so I can talk about it on here. So then,
that's why I got the pencil skirt. It was obviously because people want to know about it.
Not for me.
It was nothing to do with me. But no, but like I do have a play dress, and it's such a gorgeous print, but I feel like I got it only for a print because I don't wear it.
Well,
I mean, it's not that it's unflattering too much. It's just I don't feel flattered.
Yeah, well, my belly's bigger than my boobs, so I feel like I'm gonna just look a bit like, ugh. So,
yeah, I mean, if it's not like with a skate dress, it's not got like with pleats or anything. But like a skate dress, I say pleats, you know what I mean. It's not got that extra fabric to sort of. Your stomach will push the fabric out a little bit, and you won't realise. I am going to do a post about it, ideally soon. I'm just trying to.
But wait till I get mine. That was sort of...
I'm trying to decide if I want to do it as like a lookbook, and if I do, then I'm going to have to get shoes to match. Blah blah blah. Yeah, I mean, I did sort of regret getting the not getting the St. Victor's one because I feel it's a more busier print, so you won't realise if I don't like it, nice.
You know where to come.
Oh, is it XL you said, wasn't it? Dibs. Nobody else could get it. But yeah, I'm just looking at my collection now. I'm on 53 pins, but that includes my Spirit Hood.
Yeah, mine includes my Spirit Hood.
Yeah, I've put my Spirit Hood on there. And what was my latest piece? My latest pieces I got was the pencil skirt and the splatter pinafore, which I actually made this post. I made a post last year actually, and I actually posted it in BMK, and a lot of girls really liked it and encouraged me to post it on the main Facebook page. And it was, what paint splatter was a dream piece. I've got it now. And I was like, oh, I'd really like it if it was in like different colours as well. And so I actually did like a really crappy mock-up on Photoshop and sent it and put it in BMK, and it was like, oh, post it on the wall. And I did. I can't remember if BM commented back on it, but of course then the idea for the paint splatter came out when they were doing the Christmas shoot. So I'm sort of glad that it came out in some way. And I do like the skateboard.
I thought it would have been more vibrant.
I was talking to somebody about this yesterday. I'm like, why is it pastel? And I can't see any blue in there. I'm looking at it now. I can see green, pink, maybe a tiny bit of blue.
Yellow.
I'm not too sure. You can hardly see the yellow. I'm trying to reserve judgment until I get here, but at the same time, I'm like, why are you pastel? Why are you coming to me when you're not what I want? But it's not going to come out in another item again.
No.
And it's not going to come out again 2.0 in a slightly vibrant more print. So like, right, well, I either get it or I never see it again. Yeah.
But well, I don't know, what do I go by for the newest one? The newest one I bought, the newest one I bought from sample, the newest one I bought in store.
Newest item. Let's go in store.
In store. Okay, let's have a look. Was, oh my god, I can't even remember. Oh, it was my mint rabbits, and or was it?
You didn't get the pink ones after?
No. Or was the black ones after? I can't even remember.
So I was looking at the black ones. They're pretty, but they remind me too much of Back of the Deck.
Yeah.
And I much prefer Back of the Deck.
Yeah.
I'd love to get Back of the Deck legs. I mean, I was almost tempted to get the Queen of Heart legs, just like with back to front. Although I have accidentally put on legs back to front before. And I thought you wouldn't be able to tell, but I'm like, what the heck? Why do these feel weird?
You've got a bomb at the front, like, what?
Yeah. I mean, I thought it'd be like the same sort of, as if they'd almost be reversible, but you know. So they just felt different to me. They didn't look different, but they felt different. I'm like, what's going on?
But yeah. Not in Star, my latest one, other than like the body, was the Dwarves montage leggings, which I got off eBay for like 15 quid.
My latest non-in-store product was the tartan purple IOD and my hex legs, which I'm currently trying to sell. I got them samples, and I actually got them for £17.
Oh, that's not bad.
That was with postage, but I need to sell them, so I'm trying to sell them, but nobody's biting for some reason. There's nothing wrong with them. And I thought that they'd be going wild considering sort of how sought after hexes are. But everybody's sort of saying that the seller market is really bad at the moment because of all these weekly releases.
I found that.
You know, with weekly releases coming out, you're like, ooh.
What if I like something next week?
Even if it's a day after release, I'm like, oh, I didn't like anything this week, but I might want something the next week. So they're willing to wait that whole week, and then it's the same thing next week. Like, oh yeah, I want that second-hand product, but you'll probably still be selling it in a week. Whereas BM might not.
That's what I said though. Like to somebody the other day, I was about to buy. I can't remember. It was Littlefinger legs actually, even though I've not watched it, but I will do. I will do. I was gonna get them, and then I heard about obviously this latest Pinterest, and I was like, yeah, I'm really sorry, but like, you don't have to hold them for me, but I'm going to have to pass this week. And I was like, there's something that I know is going to come out, and I really want it. She's like, oh, what's meant to be coming out? Well, it was all the touchdowns and stuff. When I said, oh, there's going to be like, 4 touchdowns coming out, 2 shooters, she's like, yeah, I understand, that's fine.
I'm surprised by the amount of it.
Yeah, me too.
And I know a lot of people are annoyed that they apparently said, oh yeah, when we do like a DC release or something, you'll have like a few weeks.
Okay.
No, we were told yesterday, and I saw a lot of people kicking off yesterday, and I saw it in all the groups people posting. I am not happy. I'm now the fact that the majority of it is that. I wonder what happened then. I think I turned the volume down. I thought it dropped again. No, but now all of these touchdowns are being released. I know that's going to irritate people even more.
I think
they don't seem to be doing so well with customers lately. There's a lot.
I think the only thing I'm really annoyed about is the fact I'm less annoyed now knowing that few of them aren't limited, but I was more annoyed that they all just came out together, because touchdowns are a lot like, okay, they're not in the same league, but they're like IODs. You get one a release, so to have like 3, 4, 5, whatever, it's all in your face. Was like, but I don't have 120 times whatever to get them all. I need them all.
Yeah, and I've got my touchdown in front of me now. I watched it last night, so it's actually still drying. And when I received it, I've got the Bid of America one. And when I received it, I didn't think that BM did a softer fabric. And when I got this, and I didn't wear it I wore it non-stop for like a week. Like,
such a lovely fabric. I wear my Starry Night one all the time.
Soft.
But I love that.
That's my biggest touchdown one.
It's just, it's so comfy. And I was like,
I regret not getting it.
Yeah, well,
so
I
much.
did. I just didn't have the money at the time, and I paid more than RRP again. And I was just, I got them at the same time I got my Starry Night leggings, which I also paid over RRP. There seems to be a trend appearing. But yeah, they came together, and I was like, do you think I could wear them together? I'm pretty sure I could pull that off. Tried them on together. No.
That's the thing. I absolutely love the Bid of America touchdown. But you cannot wear it with anything.
I have to wear like.
I've tried them with leggings. I've tried them with jeans. I've tried them with my It kind of worked with my pinafore skirt, but they felt like there was something missing in the middle. It felt like I needed to have a belt in the middle with like a fancy clasp.
Well, it was.
But then you got the straps, and it's a big issue then, and I'm like, well, do I tuck the straps in? Do I have the belt over them? But then you've got straps and a belt, and it looks really weird. Or what? What do you do? And it's really awkward.
I was just wearing mine with just like warm red leggings and matte blacks or whatever, because that was the only thing I could really get away with. Fortunately, I had to sell mine because I forgot that it was the old cut, so it was just too big for me.
I'm not looking forward to getting stuff in my new cut. And I know a lot of XL girls aren't happy about that because they could only just fit in to the odd ones anyway. They were like fitted, they weren't loose because they were sort of a bit bigger. And now, of course, they've sized down. And I know there was an uproar when that came out, and it was a lot of people saying they've done it simply because people aren't reading the description of the items, which is they are oversized. If you want them fitted, size down. And people weren't reading that, and they weren't sizing down, and they're kicking up a fuss. And so a lot of XL girls were angry that they're sizing down basically because smaller girls aren't reading the description. That was what I saw a lot of. Whether or not that was actually why they did.
Yeah, I don't know. I found I compared my medium Starry Night one with the large Birds of America, and there was a pretty hefty difference considering it was only one size. And the length as well, but the Birds of America one just felt just that little bit too baggy for me. It was just like, I plan on getting a medium of it, and when I eventually can afford it with all these releases, I will get a medium and then compare it again. Just to see, because between the large Birds of America Touchdown and my medium Starry Night, so obviously that's kind of sizing down twice, I suppose, there was literally an inch on either side.
Well, what about the length you said?
I felt like there was about half an inch to an inch longer on the Birds of America one than the normal one.
It is quite long to me. I mean, it covers my bum.
Me too.
I mean, I've put on pajama shorts before and just walked around my house. My housemates are like, "You wearing anything?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got pajama shorts on," and it is really comfy. I mean, it is sort of like pajama BM. Yeah. It is sort of, it is really comfy and everything. So.
But yeah, so I'll eventually get it in the end because I did love it. It was just I wasn't feeling so comfortable in it, but eventually. But the thing is, it's like the slouchies, because I've got a long torso. They would come like midway on my butt, and I was like, well, hoodies do that, so I'm not forking out for it.
I wanted a slouchy, but I was worried. Even though they are oversized, I mean, obviously I'm XL, and I'm like a few inches over XL, which is all there is in differences in sizes anyway. So I was worried that it was just going to look like a normal hoodie. It wasn't going to have that nice draping.
That's exactly what.
And I was like, well, it's just going to look like a tight hoodie that I can get from the shops on the street. And like, just because it's got Purple Galaxy on it, and like,
that was the reason I didn't get it, like, because
I was like, it's really nice and I want it, but I was like, do I really want to spend that much money just because I want it? It wasn't that I need that. I was actually saying, do I need to get it just because I want it?
I got really upset that it wasn't going to fit me. I had like a little mini meltdown, and then I had to kind of take a step back and be like, yeah, it's a hoodie, just like chill out.
But my one of my closest friends in the area that I'm living in at the moment, she's got a Smuggle Mum over in Oss, and with Smuggle Mum, I'm actually really good friends with her as well. She's like 4'11", and she tried on she tried on one of his slouchies that my friend bought, and it came down to like a knees. And she posted the picture in I think it was Luscious Ladies, and she's like, "Oh, I'm trying on my Smuggle Babies slouchy, look at this," and it came down so long on her, and I think she was asking for advice. I think she was asking, does the length change with when you size down?
1.5 centimeters difference.
Instead of getting an answer, she had about 15, including me, comments going, "Oh my god, you look so cute." And then one girl said, "Yes, the length does change." And then I went back and was like, "I'm sorry. I know you're asking for it. I like how you're asking for advice, and the rest of this is just like falling over how cute you are." And she was like, "I don't like that it's this long to me. I feel uncomfortable with something like this." And so that was why she was asking if the length changes, because she's had to size down anyway, because she's a small size anyway. And we were just like, no, keep that.
Yeah. Well, I asked on the site, and I was like, look, does it get any longer if I size up? And they sent me the measurements, and I think it counted like 1.5 centimeters longer if I sized up. I was like, oh, it's just not worth it. It's meant to go about where your shooters go and be that sort of fit.
Right.
When my shooter goes like midway across my butt, like if you see on my face, my Facebook, you can see it only goes like halfway, which is I'm so happy with. I don't mind that it doesn't cover my bum completely. Like if I wanted that, I'd get a dress, a Facebook dress. What is that? A shooter dress. But
I've tried on a shooter dress, and when we were at Camp SharkyCon, we on the last night, instead of going off to movie night, all of our house, we just stayed and we took a bunch of photos. And we had like 13 different categories. So we had shooters, IODs, Aurora, and but we were all in shooters, and me being a little bit larger, I tried on a shooter dress, but because we had a couple come with us, and he was a smaller size than me, so I sort of, and we were all nicking his shooters because that was pretty much all he wore. Hi Ryan. but so we just wore. So I wore his shooter. It was the commando one, which I think is a shooter dress.
Okay. I don't know.
I think so. I could be wrong. I think it's a shooter dress anyway. And even that just still covered my bum. They are really stretchy. But I found that it clung to me, which is why I'm a little bit reluctant to buy a shooter. But as I said, I think he was like a medium or something, whereas I'm an XL.
Yeah.
So but I'm still worried.
Yeah, it's a dress.
Even if I get an XL. It is, right? Even if I get an XL, if it's going to cling to me that way and make me feel
it is quite a clingy thing. At first, I felt a bit self-conscious, like that it clung to my stomach wrong, because as I've said, like my boobs are further back than my belly. So I was a bit like, oh, maybe it emphasizes it wrong. But by the time I just put different things on.
I don't feel it. Yeah, I don't feel it showed that it was clinging too much. Maybe it was just because of a pattern, but I could feel it.
Yeah, exactly.
I could feel it clinging to me, and I was like, I don't feel comfortable. Although I am hoping to get the Targaryen and Stark shooter, which have recently been restocked. And I had the Targaryen shooter in my basket, and it was like two left. And then and then it went, and the Stark shooter's just been restocked. Although along with Baratheon but who knows who's gonna get the Baratheon one after all the commotion over the Baratheon family lately. I'm not gonna spoil anything, as you said, you've not watched it. although how you've avoided spoilers.
I haven't avoided, because somebody posted
some bodies. Lots of people.
No, actually, it was just one person that spoiled it. Somebody reposted a photo, and I was like,
that famous photo.
I've not even seen any of it, so I wasn't exactly thinking, oh well, I won't see it. But I was thinking, I've done quite well actually. I've not seen anything. And then she said something. She's like, oh, because of something,
because of blah, blah,
that means that I'm gonna do something. And I felt like just going, oh well, no spoilers there then.
Well, we won't talk about anybody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Somebody else hasn't seen it. Yeah, I mean, it's really difficult to discuss a program, especially as detailed as Game of Thrones. Even being vague about it, because like the characters' stories are so different. Even being vague about it, you're like, oh, that character in the North. You're like, right, I know exactly who you're on about. And you're like, oh, that blonde girl.
Well, yeah,
right, I know exactly who you're on about. You know, it's difficult to be even vague about it. So, I don't know. It's a bit difficult. I have got some Game of Thrones. I've got the Littlefinger legs. I've got the Westeros skater, and of course they brought back the legs now, which I'm unsure how I feel about. Don't know if I want them or not. Well, I've got a Thrones dress, which I don't wear because I don't find it flattering on me personally. I don't know why, but weirdly I find Zombie Nation a really flattering print. I feel I don't even know how that works.
I think it might be because it's so busy.
Yeah, I mean, you wear it, and I pull it on, I was like, oh my god, you can actually see that I got an hourglass shape. And I sent the photo to the girl who I bought it off, and she was like, yeah, I found that as well. It's somehow really flattering. I was like, I'm really surprised because it's such a busy print. She said, yeah, it's really weird how it works.
Yeah.
Oh, and I don't know. This kind of counts as Game of Thrones, but I've got the Hebe Shaggins Shaggins. Dragon's dress. Oh, and I've got the purple legs, which I've
got the
since I got them.
He dragons. Yes,
blue.
That dress. And then there's the she dragon's legs, which I don't have because pink. No.
Yeah, well, I got them, and they are very pink, and that's why I've not worn them since I got them, because I put them on, and I feel they're very silvery when I put them on. Silvery as in, like, the sparkle and stuff, and it just really put me off. And, like, the differences between the pink and the purple, it's not even subtle.
Quite drastic.
It doesn't look like a long sort of, like, blend to me. It's sort of, it's a very short, quite sharp blend.
The skater on, like, I just find it really flattering.
I actually hardly wear it, but I do love it.
Yeah, I only have, like, 2 skater dresses, because I'm just a leggings person, or touch on whatever, so... But,
yeah, I started off with the dresses, and I recently got into the legs.
I'm just going to call it Blue Dragon Scare because it's easier. That got thrown in the wash with loads of little bibs. So now it's got loads of little, like, fuzzies all over it. And I was, oh my God, I hate you. But, like, obviously...
I have put in, I think I put in my touchdown and my zip dress accidentally washed before, and I'm usually so careful about that, and I remember going through it bit by bit, picking up bits of blackmail, and it somehow still managed to end up in there. I was like, oh my God, no! Especially like my zip dress. I'm terrified of washing my zip dress with a zip. I'm always worried that the fabric is going to fall back on itself and just fuzzies everywhere. I don't even know how. It's already got a huge patch of fuzzies on the side.
I must admit, I've just chucked it in a couple of times, just going, it's fine.
Yeah. The matte stuff is apparently okay to do that with.
I usually wash it on its own, really. Like it's gonna, if it gets a bit ruined, then I know not to do it again, because I've just got the red one, so.
Yeah, it's foils that cause more of a washing.
Yeah, I don't put foils in because it's not worth the heartache. Just put them in.
I've got foils, but I just wear them because I don't find them flattering.
Yeah, I like how stretchy they are. They're like boom.
Yeah. Doesn't help, but I've got another pair of foils on the way. But
which ones have you just got?
The Mermerald ones on sale.
They're like one of my favourites. They were my favourites until I got Merboys, and then I was like, oh my God.
So I started up with Seafoams.
I was getting them, and then I thought, ooh, too blue.
And what I've got geometric floral teal legs. But again, very shiny. And then I got Mermeralds on the way to me. But I mean, like, I hate velvet. What have I got on the way to me? 2 burn velvet pieces. I can't stand the touch of velvet.
Different though. I don't.
Yeah, I've touched it before. It was really weird. But somebody brought a BB shrub to the first meetup that I went to, and I was like, and I was just touching it, taking my hand off it and touching it, going like, nah. I don't like velvet, so my hand was taken off it, but then at the same time it's so smooth.
I got from the sample sale the wine BV suspenders. And I don't do suspenders. I had I think Green Galaxy ones or Rainbow Galaxy or something. And they just weren't flattering at all, and I was about to sell them, and then it's one of the girls I know in Australia, she's like, don't sell them. I was like, why? She's like, well, don't sell them, it's sample price. They were super duper limited and everybody's going to want them. And then I got about 5 people going, May. And then I was like, you know what, I think I'm actually going to try these first.
Yeah, I mean, I want the matte suspenders, but I mean, my thighs are probably the most unflattering piece of me ever.
Mine are, it's just like...
So, I mean, I want them, but the bit that they expose is probably the worst bit on my body to expose. Might as well just cut out the ass as well, you know. Just.
But
I mean,
I'm gonna say, and then if I don't like them, I'll just sell them, sort of thing. But I don't know what.
That's putting me off buying things lately. Is the resale?
Yeah, exactly. Before I used to be like, well, I'll just get them and sell them, but now it's so much harder. But I've seen now that they will go. So, but I think it was Green Galaxies before, and I think they were just too busy. because I'm not a massive fan of Green Galaxy. Like, I don't know why. I think it's just the way that it doesn't flow. But anyway, so I'm going to try it out with these wine burnt velvet ones, see how I cope. And if I don't like them, I'll try and sell them. But for 35, like sample set price, the lowest, I'm sure somebody will have them.
Yeah. I was just thinking, we said we'd only do a short podcast, but we've been doing this about an hour now.
Yeah, I know.
It's so easy to get caught, especially when it comes to black milk. And let's see what other items have I recently got. This is an item that I was really unsure of, and I never wanted them until I saw somebody wearing them at Camp Shark Con. And this is the bootleg net leggings.
I hated them.
So I want them, but I'm really worried because larger thighs. I'm so worried that like my legs are gonna like just ruin the inside, or I'm gonna chafe really badly, or like my legs.
The seams are so uncomfortable.
I'm so worried that like my legs rubbing them are just gonna undo the stitching, or we're gonna get loads of fuzzies. Or
I don't think so. They are strong, but I found the seams really uncomfortable. Like the seams.
Well, like really tight.
Pardon?
Like tight, itchy.
Like I don't know, the seam between obviously whatever the actual nylon part and then the net bit was scratchy, and I found that if I wanted them more comfortable, I probably should have sized down, because they slipped down past my knee. Well, they slipped down to my knee rather than being further up my thigh, and that meant that the back seam was going in between my knee crease, and was just scratching. Itching. It was horrible. I sold them before I even wore them once. I just tried them on. Was like, I can't do it with them. They were just slipping down. I felt because they were slipping down, I needed to pull them up, and because they were obviously delicate, I couldn't. I was like, no, I just can't. And then I looked at myself in the mirror, and I was like, it makes my leg look frumpy. So the only way I could get away with them probably was wearing like boots, which is the only way I can get away with my new slit is wearing boots. And I was like, nah, it's not worth it. I'm
not gonna be able to wear them on their own.
Yeah.
I do not, because the top bit is obviously like a pair of knickers almost. I will not feel comfortable just like that. So I'm gonna try wearing it with the matte skater, which I also got in the sale. I'm gonna give that a shot.
Like, I find it so strange. Some people look absolutely fab in them, but other people I'm like, you kind of look how I looked in them. I think it just depends on. I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, when I saw them at Camp Shark Con, I saw them on a larger, not larger, someone on a small girl's pole. Of course, she had that sort of amazing physique anyway. It's an amazing body. And then she had, I think it was a black crop top on with it. And it just looks like, it looks so seamless with the legs. And I was like, oh my god, that looks incredible. I never wanted them before. And then they came out in the 20% sale, and I was like, and I made a post in I think it was BMUK, and I was like, I blame you for this. And she's like, it's not my fault. It's like, no, you need to take responsibility. And so, I mean, somebody else started commenting and agreeing with me. You have to bow down to the pressure now. It's good.
But yeah, they were the one thing I really wanted to like that I just couldn't. So
I'm currently battling with my vase suit that I got. I actually got it at Camp Shark Con. We had a live selling
I
event.
remember about it.
And it's actually an in-store item. Now, I've always said I will never buy anything that's in-store off one of the selling pages, because I'd lose the store count.
That's exactly mine.
But I got it for 35 quid. Whereas online it's more like 53. And then I risked customs, and it was brand new. It was new with hygiene stickers and everything. I was like, this new tags, everything was brand new. I was like, okay, but I'm saving like quite a bit of money here. It's not like £5 or something. I mean, like an extra money for shipping or anything. I can pick this up and go out, and I'm saving like 20 odd quid. And no customs. So I was like, right, I'll get it. And then we actually went to a water park the next day, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna wear it. But I wore a red cami top under it. Which is a good thing, because the bits kept slipping off my boobs, and I think we were families with it. And then I went down the rapids, and it pretty much all come undone, and people were like, Jess, has come up, and I'm like, never mind that. It was a t-shirt covering my boobs, and I'm here trying to not drown. A minute, that's the last thing on my mind. But I didn't even feel them slip off my boobs.
Yeah, I had this when I went swimming.
Which is worrying me. It's really worrying me.
Yeah, when I went swimming with my purple koi swimsuit, like, I stood up and it was, like, really low. It was, like, a centimetre from slipping too low. And I was like, whoa, didn't even feel that. So.
Yeah, you just don't even feel it. I've recently got the Mecha Swim. At the time that it was coming out, I actually couldn't afford it. Because I needed to take my hamster to the vets the next day, and the emergency vets weren't like and so I have this huge bet. I was possibly gonna have to take her, and it was that was a lot of money. The last thing on my mind was a swimsuit, and one of my sort of sharky friends mailed me and said, "Look, I'll buy it for you, and you can pay me back like next week." So at the moment, that's still with her as I've been moving around and stuff at the moment. Which is, I know her from one of her self pages, so it was really nice to have her help me out like that. So I'm looking forward to it, but as you said, like, I'm so worried about slipping down low.
I needed like long torso plus long torso.
Yeah, I got her to get me the LT just as she was checking out. I'm like, oh, can I make it an LT, please? So she had to go. Although for me, it's not so much that I get that extra bit of protection. Is I get an extra inch of design for my money because it's so much money. And like I want what I paid for. But I'm just worried it's going to be like an extra inch of like faded black down the bottom or something. Like, no, I want an extra inch of armor. I want an extra inch of design just because it's so much. Just because it's funny.
But okay. I've got a large swimsuit, and I was like, yeah, this is never getting worn at the pool. This is never happening.
I've got a Nana suit, but the only thing is, and I've heard this complaint quite a bit, is the top, the bottom band is really tight.
Yeah, I've had that.
You don't notice it so much because we had a hot tub. This is at camp now, and we were in a hot tub, and you didn't notice it as much, but you could still feel it a bit. But it wasn't uncomfortable as it was when you weren't in the water. And then like trying to get it off,
roll it off.
It's really difficult to get on and off when it's wet. And I mean, it's a bit tricky anyway.
That's probably just so that it doesn't. They don't flash your butt.
It's sort of like when it's on, and you stick with a crowbar to get it off. Yeah, it's definitely like when it's on, and I wore it at Camp Shotgun, so I wore it for like an entire weekend, and they didn't loosen up or anything, which I kind of would have wanted a little bit. But I think it's definitely one of those pieces where you say don't size down because you'll never get it on. I know some people have sized down.
Oh my god, that must be just pain.
Well, I know people that have sized down because the normal size was too big. Okay. But I mean, like, I don't see how.
I think it depends on your body shape. Like, if I was to get...
Depends on
like, I got a medium top before, and it was just, oh my god, the pain. It like just and I am a medium to large. I got the medium one. It was just digging into my ribs. It was hard to breathe. It was the black and yellow nylon versus death one, so proper old.
So this was a crop?
But it was like a swimsuit top thing. But it kind of put me off buying Nana tops just in case they were all like that. But apparently they ran a bit small anyway. But I don't go swimming enough to wear it, and I don't wear crop tops.
That's why I got banana suit, because I can wear the top anytime I want if I want. But since getting it, I don't think I'm going to, because the only way that I can sort of bear wearing it is in the water. Not that it's unbearable, but you can feel it, and you don't want to go around feeling that waistband digging into you all day. I mean, you should feel comfortable. I've got the Puggism crop.
Yeah, I had that. It was lovely.
Yeah, that's a really nice fit. But like that, I only wear that with my pinafore skate skirt, and when I wear it with a black cardi on my back as well, so that if I lean over or something and it exposes half of my back, I'm still covered. But I do still sometimes have to pull it down once or twice during the day, sort of that bottom.
Yeah, the only time I wore that was over my Evil zip dress, I think.
I might wear it over my skate dress, my black mat one, simply because somebody on Instagram said they mistook my pinafore for that, and we said, oh, I really like how people put crops over that. And I hadn't even thought of that before. And I'm like, oh no, it's over pinafore. The reason I wouldn't pull it over my zip dress though is because I'm so worried about that zip. Not only damaging the fabric, but being really visible.
Yeah. I don't know. I can hardly remember. I didn't find it that visible, but yeah, I didn't wear it long enough, I don't think, for me to worry about the zip. I think it was just more of I tried it on, went out for an hour, came back, sort of thing. So
yeah.
But that was only because I didn't have the normal dress. Otherwise, I'd have worn it over that.
Yeah. I mean, now that somebody's mentioned that to me, it's intrigued me, and I want to give it a try. But I'm so worried about that double layer of fabric just sort of making me sweat or whatever, and just being really warm and uncomfortable. I don't know. So I'm gonna have to see when I get my skate.
Yeah,
really.
Like I wore my brains crop when I tried it on, even over the top of dress, and I quite liked it like that. But
it's there's so many long sleeves crops coming out lately, and I do like them. Like I really like the blood ring that came out earlier. But I've heard that, and I really like the Mummy Returns dress that came out last Halloween. Now I really wanted that, but I've heard so many
tight. They're tight.
Yeah, the arms.
Oh my god,
the arms
they're tight.
And I don't have slim arms at all. So I'm XL, and I'm XL all over. My arms, my legs, my bloody fingers, whatever. I'm XL everywhere. So it's not as if I'm an XL girl and I have really skinny arms. And no, just looking at it, I can tell stuff's gonna be.
Yeah, it was tight. Like I don't have the biggest arms by any means, and I found it tight. Like when I took it off, I had like lines down my arm from the seam. It was tight, and I sized down for the mummy dress because I went with bodycon size. Oh my god, I had to literally
I was like, I was thinking, well, like I could get the bodycon, but I like the look of the sleeves.
But you had to really pull them on. Once they were on, it was fine. They weren't uncomfortable, but it was just like, wow.
You shouldn't have to battle to get your clothes on. You shouldn't have to have a fight with your clothes. But then, like, once I get them on, I'd be really worried, I have to fight to put them on.
Do I have to fight to get them off?
Is all the seams going to come undone all day, Because I'm wearing them, am I just going to, like, create major seam stretch or something? Which is a bit of... I mean, that's one of the reasons why I haven't got any bodycons. I'm just so self-conscious. I have a funny feeling that it's just going to cling to my stomach. It's a bit why I'm worried about the pencil skirt.
The pencil skirts are really lovely. I have the Bloody Mary one, and I really love it.
I'm thinking with the pencil skirt, even if it does cling to my stomach, because it's such a busy print, you hopefully won't notice, but I am worried if I'm going to be pulling it up and pulling it down at the back all day, what it's going to be like. So I'm going to post about that as soon as I get it and see what it's like.
Yeah, I find the pencil skirt is really comfortable. Well, obviously gone by my Bloody Mary one anyway. I find it really nice to wear. But I think it just depends how you feel. I think you do have to feel comfortable. And I think the fact that black milk is quite expensive is you do worry about whether you're going to break it or whether you're going to seam stretch it or whatever, whereas with most other places you just kind of think, oh well, I'll just pull it on and just think it's fine. But with these you're like, oh.
Especially when in the resale market people are like seam stretch.
See, seam stretch doesn't bother me, and the odd fuzzy doesn't bother me, and even a tiny bit of waistband folding doesn't bother me. It's when it's like
I've never had an issue with waistband folding.
It's just, but it's when they're, really truly knackered that I'm like, I don't want them. Like,
you do hear some horror stories. it's mostly from I almost said Evil Bay
there.
Yeah. Which is its nickname.
I think it's because you can get past it, and obviously if there's a problem, they can just, like, blank you, I suppose.
It's normally, sort of most of the horror stories that I hear is more to do with garments not being washed. And them having stains. That seems to be the biggest issue. I've already just looked at the time. I think we've been doing this over an hour and a half now. So I think we should probably sort of stop. So it's meant to be a short one. May split this up into 2 podcasts if I can find a good sort of
or even just kind of like
crop it all down. If I can find a good stopping point. I mean, this is already going to be going up on YouTube, and I think there's like a limit to how long you can make videos.
There's going to be some poor person watching it going, oh my god, what the hell are they talking about now?
They were really talking about the new release for an hour and a half.
Just like, oh, there must be lots to talk about, and like half an hour in, oh my god, just kill me.
If you have got it this far, we will give you a voucher.
No, we won't.
Do you really think anybody's still
listening? They probably sold out at Clayton now, just
that. If anybody has made it this far, please tell us. Because we'll know that, like, we've at least been interested enough that you'll want to hear us again.
They're probably just skipping through, like, a minute. Yeah, they're still just yakking out a minute. Oh.
If you do want to hear any more podcasts, if you think this has been a success, let us know. Of course, you can follow us on the Tumblr, which is xlbnblog.tumblr.com, and all links will be in the description because this will be going up on YouTube, so subscribe to us on there because we're not. I'm going to try to get all this editing up tomorrow, which will be today rather, which will be Friday.
Sorry for you.
But we will. I don't think it'll be too much edit. It's more sort of putting up images to what we're talking about. We got to one bit and I was like, we're talking about so many things and I'm comparing all these. But yeah, and we've also got a Facebook page and everything we do should hopefully be getting posted on there. That's sort of mostly because not everybody has Tumblr, just so you can still keep up to date with us. And yeah, all the links to everything will be in the description. I will post links to mine and Vicky's Pinterest as well. Yeah, I think that's everything, isn't it? That's all our social media.
Yeah, pretty much.
Don't forget, if you want to submit anything to the blog as well, you can do it directly via the blog on Tumblr under the submit link, or you can tag any pictures on Tumblr or Instagram with the XLBN blog, and we will copy and paste them onto the site as well. Right, yeah. Thank you for listening to us rambling on. Okay, goodbye.